Hey there, YouTube. This is BK Bootycross here with a new series coming out. Well, actually, this is probably my first series. Sorry about moving the mic and everything. Saying everything's set. Uh, so this is the first episode to rate my car, or whatever you want to call it. So today we have the 1989 Toyota MR2. So this is a little car I seen on Craigslist, and I thought I'll have to see if it was actually in the game. This car costs 6,000 credits and two car tokens to buy this. It's pretty odd for a little car. A few colors you can select from, blah blah blah. I'll just pick red because it's my favorite color. So well, I don't mean car testers. I mean rate my car. Like what would you rate this car? Now then, I'm gonna go to upgrades, but first I'll probably like to give you guys a little visual of this car real quick. So I guess we'll go to my cars. Review car. Oh no, oopsie, sorry. So, this is the little car here. Yes, this car is mid-engine, for anyone wondering. I was actually about to get it for $650 on Craigslist. Like, I was actually looking into it for it to be a drift car, but sadly, it was mid-engine, and they do not allow mid-engine cars in competitions. So, you know, I kind of sucked. I was pretty mad. But it looks like a sweet car. I wouldn't really mind driving this thing to school on any day. So we're gonna go over here to upgrades. Now then, after I finish upgrading, I'll tell you how we're judging this car. It doesn't seem like it's gonna have too much power or whatever, but I think it'd be a little fun car to start this episode out with. I like doing cars that no one else, no one else knows of, no one else would drive. You know, it's just the simple things that you would never see, and that's kind of what I plan on doing here today. So you can see this car can't even go over 400 horsepower, so it's gonna be a pretty weak car. So no one should be complaining about saying this is too much horsepower. I don't think you're probably going to be complaining about is that it is mid-engined and it has positive camber in the front of it. But that's no big deal. Now, for anyone still watching this video, you will start to see how I'm tuning my cars differently. Like, you know, how I'm tuning all my cars and whatnot. So I'm going to show you guys how I'm doing it now, how it's been working out for me, which is the best part. So you guys will be able to see how I'm doing this. And then you can try it out for yourself. You probably won't like it because it's really loose. I don't really like it stiff anymore because having stiff cars has been holding me back. It'll probably be decent for Fujimi, but once you get used to a car that's loose, so you can just adapt with it and whatnot, then it's pretty easy. There isn't really any things you can really do with this car. It's pretty weak. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this, but we'll see what's about to happen. This may be a Fujimi car. Now then, we're going to go to tuning setups. So, I'm going to put this at 50. Based on what I started out, I probably might as well put this in up to 54 actually. Gearing, probably drop it down a little bit. I don't really mess with any of these things anymore, they seem pretty good. And here's what I've been doing. That's all I've been doing basically. Everything else is the same. So that's the only thing difference. Ride height all the way low. Always have to have low. Always have to have it low. Yes, I love putting all my braking force to the front because people should just stop complaining about brake drifting. People in real life do it, so just drop the shit already. And that's it for the tuning. Now then obviously you don't just leave it there, you have to test it. So if you guys want to use rims, just change whatever the fuck you want, I don't really care. So, here's where we're going to go. We're going to go on Fujimi. That's probably would be the easiest one because this car is very weak. I'm going to tell you guys how steady it is, how, just how it feels basically. You know, if it will be a good drift car or not. Probably not. Well, probably won't be a good points car, but if you're kind of skilled at the game, it'll be a pretty fun car to drift like this for fun. So, let me think here. I'm about to rate it on. I should have wrote it down. I know I'm writing it on an angle that I can hold distance of drift, speed, you know, how well it handles in entering corners and executing them, etc., etc., etc. So I'll be having like a little chart. Nothing too fancy. It's not gonna be like some kind of news broadcast where everything's all flashy and whatnot. I wish I knew how to edit like that, but sadly I don't. So here's what the car looks like right now. Once again, I'll show you the inside. So yeah, I really would not mind driving this car to school. Pop-up headlights. I miss pop-ups. So, it's going to bring this car back around. It's actually sliding pretty well. I'm barely giving a throttle. Yep, seems like a fun little car. It seems like it could do something. So I picked Fujimi because it's like a small track, so you know, aka small tracks. They would be like, you know, like level 1 handling, whatever. If it can't do anything better than that. And I didn't really adjust any of the tuning setups, you guys can see. So it doesn't feel like it's trying to give up because of the horsepower, and everything balances out on its own. You can see the sway of it. It doesn't sway, like it's just there. It's like an auto drive, depending on the driver. By judging how it's quitting out on power, it doesn't seem like it'll be good for long tracks. Just saying, the handling is phenomenal. It's a really great, you know. It feels awesome. I mean, this new tuning setup, this new tuning thing I've been doing, like I barely even have to, you know, like test the tune out. I can just go and throw it up online and it'll be perfectly fine. But you know, people are about to start complaining about the way I tune stuff, but that's not really that big of a deal. You can see my lines, my tuner lines are split, so that's really good to have that without having a car oversteer. Car weight transfers properly the way I do it. This may differ between people because people may be used to different tunes. So, hoping this kind of counterbalances everything out. Low horsepower, just a fun little drift car. Actually, I'll probably take this car online, and I just lost it. I think that was either because of my error or whenever there's like a little dip in the road that probably was what caused it. But I'll just say it's my error, not the car. I never blame on a car. It feels like a dip again. I can feel. It's just like the way it feels whenever it hits the dip. I can feel something, but it's nothing that's, you know, it's gonna screw you up or anything. I just wasn't really pay attention, didn't really prepare for it. Just like, you know how about to hit a wall. Oh, just hit a wall. Well, that's kind of embarrassing. No, anyway, it's just like when you're about to like hit like a tire or something about to hit you, and you like prepare for it. Yeah, I didn't do that. You guys understand. But overall, it's a really cool car. I wouldn't mind taking this car online. So it seems pretty good on Fujimi. Matter of fact, I'll probably have to give it, you know, 5-star rating. A 5-star rating on Fujimi. It feels pretty smooth. You can handle these corners properly. Right now I'm just dripping. I'm not really trying to score as high as I can right now because I'm not really carrying every competition. So I guess I'll just stop this here and move on to the next track. And that was, you know, a little slow drifting there. It wasn't really going as fast. Once you take it up on Sedona, that's probably going to speed things up a little bit. Now in Sedona, you can basically take any crappy car and put it on Sedona because it's just straight. It's just full of straights. That's all it is. It's just straightaways. Oops, didn't back up that far. So since Sedona is so straight, you shouldn't have a problem with it. On tracks like these, like long corners, you would have a problem, but I'll be testing that soon. So do Sedona. Let's pick one. Doing road drive, guess I'll pick the road drive track. Okay, matter of fact, I'm about to just change the name to Would You Drift This? I didn't really have anything planned today. I just thought of it out of random. So we're just gonna back up, gain some speed, and I'm gonna start to see how it goes. Because you know, you can always make it. Oh, that's really slow in reverse. Like some cars work best on some tracks, and I want to make sure this car can work on any track you want to put it on, except Nuremberg. Like I wouldn't call this a leaderboard car or anything. It's nothing too special, to be honest. Keep in mind, this car didn't have 400 horsepower, so I'm really used to low horsepower cars. We'll see what I can do with it. Just my tires aren't spinning, but I can still manage to get the first corner, you know, perfectly fine, no big deal. May have to make the gears a bit longer, but then that'll cause drag in the acceleration. We use a little sluggish, and I don't like sluggy acceleration. I like to keep my tires spinning. Hold down the brake here a little bit. It's not bad. It's not bad. It could use a little more power. I'm not gonna put drag tires on it because this thing already doesn't have a lot of power. Once again, I am brake drifting a few corners just to make sure I can keep that angle, keep drift long distances. Like, why waste time endpoints weight transfer? You can just hold on your brake a little bit and just keep it going. I think people hate against it because they can't do it. I mean, I've had a few messages, well, not messages, I have people say, I don't brake drift, man. This is for noobs. But apparently noobs don't know about it. Let's scoot up there a little bit. Yeah, only downfall about this is that, for one thing, I'm a slow drifter, and two, it doesn't have a lot of power. But when it comes to online, I think I would do pretty fine with it. Just be one of those cars, just be fun as hell to drift. Now, if you guys are wondering, I'm not wobbling my stick. I'm not, well, I kind of screwed that corner up. It would have been 58,000. Well, not 58. My bad. It would have been like a 57. I would have pulled 12,000. But I just screwed that up. But still, 55,000 with this little car. That's not bad. A few thousand points off by my error. I think if I were doing another lap, I'll do a lot better. I'll give it about 4.5 because it felt a little odd. I was taking the corners, like, it doesn't have the momentum. Like, it's a lightweight car, so you don't have the momentum to drag you down. Like, as in, you don't have the momentum to keep you going, which kind of sucks. But it's all fine. It's not really a bad car. There's not really a need to test this track. It's not gonna do good on it. I'll tell you that. But on the bright side, it handles well. No problems with it. I can do pretty good with it online. I don't know what the next car would be. I'm trying to pick odd cars, but eventually I'll have to start doing cars that that people see. And apparently people are starting to buy up my tunes. 13,000. So thanks for the guys who are buying my tunes. Really appreciate it. Club request? No. Alright, just gonna paint the car and I'll end the video. So I've been starting to put BK on the side of my cars. I have no idea why I started. I think it's because I seen a guy on leaderboards. He has like FFF or something like that on the side of his car, and I thought that was so sweet. So maybe I should do it. But definitely, I accidentally had the wrong rims on. I should start using my actual rims that I use. What I do is, if there's a car I like, I'll put certain rims on it. If I don't like it, I won't put any rims on it at all. Simple as that. So like, I'll show you the rims I'm going to be using. And here we are. Right here. So I usually be doing usually put these rims on. It's not bad. I actually like these rims a lot. I have no idea why. I just never, like, one day I just scrolling across the rims and I seen these, and I just like them a lot. I just have no idea why. Making everything all black. Make sure you can't see it. That's probably because I get hit so much because no one can see my car. So, goes that. It doesn't look like the windows even need to be tinted, to be honest. Now, I was noticing a few glitches going on. I had this BMW, and sadly, it just would not take the vinyl. Like, I'll move it. Like, actually, I wouldn't even move it. I'll just let it sit there, and you wouldn't even see the vinyl that I was trying to add, like my signature, basically. Go to say, like, X and Y, 99999999999. I'm like, oh no, what's going on? Turn off the Xbox and do all that crap, and still wouldn't, still wouldn't load the layer group. But now it's actually working. So I'm gonna drag this over. Actually, that'll look pretty sweet just having it right there, but I want people to just be able to see it. So I'll just put the thing right about here. Do it on the left side. Try to make sure they can see everything. Right there. Alright, so This thing decides to load up. I guess this will be the actual end of the first episode. Once again, I kind of forgot what I call this thing. Oh wow, it's really sloppy for first episode. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, this car handles great. Cornering with Fujimi, I'll give that an A. Even though that I kind of screwed up a bit. But when it comes to long tracks, I wouldn't really recommend this car unless once you have your speed and everything right. The first lap's never gonna be the best, I'll tell you that. Maple Valley, you may have a little problem on the first corner. Actually, the back last corner, like the last sweeper, may have a little problem on that trying to build up speed. On the bright side, the car handles perfect. There's not really a problem with it. A few little driver errors, my fault. I hit the wall. It's not the car's fault. I would know if it's the car's fault. Like it feels sluggish or you know what I mean. So it's a really good car. I recommend some people actually try this out. It's cheap, so you shouldn't be burning up your money. I'm pretty sure everyone has like $20 million in this game now. But yeah, subscribe, rate, comment. If you want, you can leave a suggestion. I know you guys were looking at. I know you guys who have posted suggestions before then. I didn't. I actually did look at them. Just that they seemed a little odd. Like R34 versus GTR10. Like that's all about skill. It kind of varies. But that's why I'm just doing this. I'll give you guys ratings of what I think, what car is the best and what's not. Obviously, the Hennessy is probably the best, but I'm not just going to make a drip team about that again. So once again, subscribe, rate, comment. This time, I will be looking at cars. The one comment I like the most, I'll do that car and post your name, for the guy who picked this car. Make sure it's not too mainstream. I guess you can do mainstream car if you would like. But if it's car I've already pre-tuned, like the new way, then I'm not going to do it. Sorry.